Hey guys, I'm Solomon with ClickX. Today's marketing hack of the day, we're going to talk about wide and deep marketing strategy. All right, you might have heard just keep blogging, and that's going to get you traffic. But literally, I'm going to tell you some things that you should really pay attention to. That's not just going to get you traffic; it's going to give you so much more. You're going to be able to do 10x than just blogging alone. All right, so let's get started.
Marketing hack of the day is brought to you by ClickX.
So the strategy most marketers practice today is to just blog, right? Just keep blogging. So here's the topic number one. Here's another one. So here's another one. Give you a 3, give me a 4. Keep blogging, right? Just keep blogging, thinking that that's the strategy to generate so much traffic. But what I want to teach you today is to continue to do that. That's what we call the wide strategy. And I want you to create some posts that we call the deep strategy. All right, so you're going to create a very massive piece of content that is maybe upwards of 10,000 words. All right, this guy is a 10,000 word article. So this is a 10,000 word article that you're going to post in addition to posting more and more content on a regular basis. All right, so this means we go deep on important broad keywords, all right, and wide on long tail keywords that different people have different intent, right? So this one goes wide, this one goes deep. The benefit of splitting up this way is that the wide content is what you're gonna get from search. Because you have all these different keywords in this wide content, you're gonna probably get links to them, put them on social media and get the shares and amplify the content, get other people to share your content. Maybe they'll link to it depending on how well this content is written over here. But the wide is how you're gonna generate tons, if not tons, of links, authority, traffic. It comes from this guy right here, because not every single blog post that you're going to have is going to get massive amounts of backlinks and social share, but you're going to put so much effort into this one piece right here. I'm serious. You're going to put so much effort into this one piece right here, and then you're going to start sending emails out or reach out to other people. Hey, you know what? I want you to see this piece right here, because I invested so much time into it. I worked so hard into it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna start getting people, share this like an infographic, right? You put a lot of effort into an infographic, and you will get a lot of shares. The same way you start dividing up your content into different topics, have long tail, sort of keywords, have H2s that cover so many different grounds. It might even be having videos in this content, right? You might actually have tons of videos and images and so forth that is going to expand this content ever so deep, and then you start doing outreach and let others in the industry know about the content, talk to other thought leaders and say, hey, would you mind sharing this piece of content? And people will want to share that just because of how much effort that you put into this particular content, rather than just throwing another blog post on your website and hoping for the best. You see, deep content that I'm talking about here is also something we call the Skyscraper Strategy in the SEO world, which was popularized by Brian Dean, right? You might have heard of him. You might have seen some content that he wrote. So a lot of folks are actually using this, right? A lot of marketers, let's be honest, the ones that are really into content marketing and generating tons of traffic, they're going this strategy, while a lot of maybe marketers are just getting into inbound marketing. Marketers are just getting their feet wet. Maybe they've seen that the blogs are generating traffic, so they just go all out. Hey, just keep blogging more, and we're going to get the traffic. And a lot of SEOs teach this strategy, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I want you to get better effort, right? I want you to get better ROI, right? I want you to go get 10x the ROI. So if you get 100 of your blog posts posted and you generate 10,000 visits from the blog post, I want you to get 100,000 visits from those blog posts, right? I want you to get more authority. In order to generate more authority, this is the way to do it, because this page is going to have so many high quality backlinks just because of how much effort you put into it, and that in turn will increase the authority of your website. And higher the authority, these guys are going to start ranking higher as well, right? So you're actually helping the rest of your site rank just by going really deep with 1 or 2 topics. So I have 2 here, so you might have another one, right? So you might, once you're done and exhausted this one, start another one. Go really deep in creating really rich content, right? Go and do studies, go do a survey. I mean, you can't just link to something that looks mediocre. I want you to think about creating something that has not been created yet. Maybe, like I said, it would have images. Maybe you'll have photos. Maybe you'll have videos in it. But at the end of the day, if you could really work hard in dividing up this really deep content, and like I said, this stuff, it's not going to be very easy. Maybe it will take you months to actually create a content piece like that, and obviously months of work is going to cost you tens and thousands of dollars. But if you're going to get $100,000 in sales from it, right, or $150,000 or $250,000 in sales, because all this other content is actually ranking, and those content actually have conversions, right, at a blog post level, so you get 1% conversion from this one, or 2% from this piece, right? 5% from that one, right? Maybe this one doesn't convert as much, but if you generate so many more conversions at every single blog post that you're going to create just because of how much effort you put into this deep piece of content, then it's well worth the time, let me tell you. So in your content marketing, I want you to think about going wide, which you probably already do. I want you to think about going deep, all right? Think about quality, the depth of the page, right? 10,000 words. I don't know, it might be a surprise to you, but think about 20,000 words. What can you accomplish in 20,000 words? And obviously, you're writing a book at this point, right? It's not gonna be a simple job. And you also have to do the upkeeping. You have to go back and add more pieces of content. You have to add maybe more photos or more, tweetable content. Whatever it is going to be a big deal for your organization. It's not gonna be a surprise. You can't just bust it out and call it a day and move on, because just having that piece of content there, it's not gonna get you traffic. You have to properly promote it. You have to do paid promotion. You might have to do PPC and drive traffic to that page, because that will get you more engagement. I promise you, people will like to read that. Maybe they'll bookmark it, they'll come back to it, they'll share it to their friends on social media. There's a lot that you can get off of this content. Another thing you can do to promote this content is not only just do the outreach, like I said, you could probably guest post somewhere else and put a link to this piece. And most of the time when people don't want to link out to just an ordinary blog post, they'll be much more likely to link to a piece like this, just because of how much work that you put into it, right? Then that ultimately give you really good results for the time that you put into this. So let me just recap. The idea of wide content is to cover as many keywords as possible to generate search traffic, while the deep content is to attract links and authority to your website and the social share and so forth. That is going to get you more long-term ROI. So go ahead and start doing that in your organization. Start thinking about, in your editorial calendar, what can we do in a deep, sort of a content strategy? Can we spend the next 3 or 4 months working on this while we're also working on that in parallel, and figure out how you can start to promote it? And trust me, you're going to get more and more ROI from your content marketing. So I hope you got some insights from this video. Thank you for watching another edition of Marketing Hack of the Day.
3, 2, 1. Subscribe to our channel!
ClickX, helping businesses increase traffic, generate leads, and close deals.